people, welcome to my channel, Tarot by Bronx. Hello, beautiful people, welcome to my channel, Tarot by Bronx. This is Tarot Talk. These are Tarot Things, and I'm your host, Boogie down Bronx, Boogie down Bronx.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel, Tarot by Bronx. This is Tarot Talk. These are Tarot Things, and I'm your host, Boogie down Bronx, and I'm here to take care of the Aquarius. If you're new to the channel, welcome. This reading can resonate for you. If you have Aquarius as a sun, moon, rising, Venus, north node, or south node sign, let's go ahead and spray the energies out. This is my everyday clearing spray. It's on my shop. If you need one before you do readings or after you do readings or any type of spiritual work, you need to make sure that you're keeping your energy cleansed and clear. All right, Aquarius, so you were on my heart, on my mind, on my soul today. Really, the fixed sign's been on my heart, mind, and soul for like the last month because we've been going through these eclipses, and I already know Aquarius placements got some, especially if you got Aquarius sun or rising, you're likely having some issues or some tension with your home life / career life because the Scorpio eclipse will be squaring your sign. Scorpio squares Aquarius. By the exact degree depends on your specific chart, but I know that it's happening to square it in your 4th and 10th house axis, which is home and work life. So, expect some tension there for the next few weeks, but it should ease up as long as you can find a good balance. All right. So let's flip over these cards and see what's going on for Aquarius. Okay. So the first things first, we have surrender procrastination. Now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. So what have you been procrastinating on lately, Aquarius, where you keep saying, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go do that. I will do it tomorrow. Okay. And then tomorrow turns into 5 years. What is that about? Okay, so surrender procrastination. What is it that you are procrastinating on that you need to definitely stop putting off? And maybe you need to chop it up into some smaller pieces that makes it easier for you to actually get it done, okay? Next, we have a few things here. I had to clarify one of these cards because I did see the one that flipped out. I usually don't see them before I turn them over, but first one you have is calm your tits, okay? So need to calm down about something. Then you have another sad love story, which was clarified by your insecurities are showing. So if you are dealing with something, either a romantic situation that failed, or you could be projecting your own insecurities onto another person and therefore maybe causing a sabotage situation with love, be very careful about that sabotaging due to your own insecurities, projecting the way you feel about yourself onto other people and then causing something to mess up in your life that maybe wasn't going to mess up originally. So that can be a little bit of a warning for some. All right, what is, I was going to say Sag. You might be dealing with a Sag, have Sag placements. What does Aquarius need to stop procrastinating in reference to? What does Aquarius, did I say Sag again? Aquarius, I don't know. What does Aquarius need to get their lives together about and get the ball rolling? You have entrepreneurship. Could be about starting that business. Single. Okay. So maybe you've been single for a very long time and it is time for you to get back out there. Or like you've been like, in my head, oh my God. For some of you Aquarius, before I even take it any further, I just like heard something in my head. Like tell them that, they need to be with somebody, or like, I just see somebody who is procrastinating on either taking it to the next level with somebody or is procrastinating with, putting themselves out there in romance because of something that failed in the past. So it's like you're scarred for life about relationships and you're like, oh, I don't want to go through this again. I don't want to, have something fail again. But for many of you, it is time. Okay. And this might not be for those who are like newly single. But for those of you who've been single for a long time or you've been like really rejecting love, okay. What else does Aquarius need to stop procrastinating on? Or for some of you, you are meant to be single. Maybe you've been with somebody for a while and you're too comfortable with this person. And you know that it's time for you to get out of your comfort zone with that. What else does Aquarius need to stop procrastinating on? Car. Something with your car. Get your car fixed. We're about to go into Mercury retrograde, Aquarius. If you've been procrastinating on getting them tires changed, the oil change, you don't want to be stranded out in the road somewhere. Tell me more. What else is Aquarius procrastinating on? Okay. Let's get a few more. New love. The angels want you to move forward in a love situation. That was kind of the same message for last month too, like wanting you to really gravitate more towards the new stuff versus like still focusing on what went wrong in the past and like what failed in the old stuff. Okay. So a couple things here. You have protection. Some of you might be procrastinating on upping your protection, whether that is spiritually or physically. Maybe some of you need to look into getting more security for your house, your car, your computer, protecting something of yours. Procrastinating on new love, putting yourself out there. Like I just mentioned, many of you, you're kind of like taking your time. There's nothing wrong with taking your time. There's, good things do take time. But there also comes to a place where you make excuses for why you cannot move forward beyond a certain capacity. And, it's because you're trying to protect yourself and you're trying to not, have a situation happen like maybe you got your heart broken in the past or something bad happened in the past. But that also prevents you from experiencing true vulnerability with another. And it prevents you from being able to be more intimate with other people. So, if there's only green flags, only the green light showing you that it's okay to move forward in a situation, then why are you procrastinating in that? Okay. Now, if there's been a whole bunch of red flags and you stepping on the gas pedal, then that's different. But for many of you, there is a lot of green lights that are going to be showing up in your life. And those are the ones that you're breaking for. And you're not supposed to. You're supposed to keep moving on. You're, continuing your healing journey. When you get triggered, new situations are meant to trigger you in order for you to heal. So if you never, you're always trying to run away from being triggered, then you're never going to fully reach the healing capacity that you can reach. All right. You have car, like I said, getting that stuff together with the car. You have ask for help. Some of you have been wanting to go into being a student, go back to school, study something new. You don't know where to start and you're procrastinating with that because you're like, well, I don't know what to do. Okay. Well, if you don't know what to do, then ask. Duh. If you don't know what to do, just ask someone for help. Ask somebody that you know. If you know any students, look it up for yourself. Okay. Sometimes things are not always handed to us, especially not guidance. Sometimes you have to be a little more aggressive with your guidance and figuring out what certain things mean and looking it up for yourself. Okay. So what else do we have? What are the solutions? What's the solutions for Aquarius right now? What are the solutions for Aquarius? You have it will work out. Everything will be okay. So stop worrying about messing up as a way to not get started at all. Tell me more. What else? What's the solution for Aquarius? Some of you need like a change of setting, or you need to start looking at a change of scenery or like getting ready to move or leave your environment. Because there's like somebody affecting you in your immediate environment. Let me see. So we have here, you have it'll work out. You have house or move, like I just mentioned. So I think many of you have to start getting in that process. Maybe you've been saying like, yeah, you want to move, you want a house, you want this, you want that, and the third, but you haven't really been making those moves to actually look at new environments or like have something that kind of sparks your interest. There's nothing wrong with looking around. But yeah, it's time to get moving. It's time to get moving. You're too comfortable. You have envy, affair, or third party. So, like I said, somebody can be affecting you, or you're having other outside influences kind of affect you here. And then envy. This can be envy that you're experiencing in your own life, where you're kind of on the outside looking in at other people's lives and what they're not. Sorry, Aquarius. I've been having this issue with my phone and my tripod where it just keeps falling down. And I'm not going to get frustrated because Mercury retrograde really does mess with me in technology, like every time. I never have any problems. It'll fall sometimes, occasionally, but the way it's been falling like more often recently is like very stressful because I was like, why is my head now cut off? Like, it was just weird. But anyway, you could be having some envy here from the outside looking in your life, and you're wondering, when's that going to be me? Well, it could be you, but you got to get started on something. Social media. Aquarius is connected to social media. It's connected to the 11th house. So maybe really working on your social media presence, or your social media community, finding a space where you feel comfortable, or creating a space to have social media presence in. Okay. So let's see what else is coming towards Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, South Node. I pray that doesn't fall again because it's actually very annoying to have to stop. I'm over it now. I'm about to cut the video off. No, we're going to get through this. We're going to get through it. Please don't fall again. I think it should be okay this time. I really made sure it was staying on there. But I don't know why it's doing that all of a sudden. Please, Mercury retrograde, stop it. I actually like the way this looks better. I wish I had it like this from the beginning, but okay. What else coming towards Aquarius? What else do they need to know about this procrastination energy here? Tell me more for Aquarius. We have Star card. Oh, it's in reverse. That's you. Maybe some of you need some more faith in yourself. What else do we have for Aquarius? What is coming towards Aquarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, South Node. I don't know if like my door is opening or is that my cat? Because I have my window open and it's very windy, so the door might be like opening. I can't tell. It's too many distractions in your reading, Aquarius. This is just distracting me. I try to stay focused. Maybe that's how you feel in your life. Distracted. Okay. We got this 3 of Swords at the bottom. You know what? With this 3 of Swords right here at the bottom, it's kind of reminding me of this. And then you have the Death card here. There's a lot of resistance, okay? With the eclipse coming up here, there's procrastination because there's resistance. There's resistance to really feeling this feeling. This pain, this separation, this disappointment, some shame, something that you've been really avoiding addressing is causing the procrastination in your life. And the sooner you're able to, go through this change, accept anything in your life that is no longer the same, or like you are resisting the transformation that's trying to happen in your life where things are going to be different. You know this. After you get through this procrastination of saying, wallowing or, woe is me, or I'm sad, or I'm grieving. The grieving process is ending here for something. You're no longer grieving, or your body is no longer wanting to grieve anymore. It's wanting to recover. It's wanting to have the rebirth. The Death card in reverse is resisting the rebirth process. So you've been in the death process of something for a long time, where something has died, you've separated from something, you're over it. The wheel is turning again. This eclipse is really going to push you to say, okay, we got to get up and get it now. We got to go. We've been through this. We've went through the process, right? And this is not going to resonate for everyone, especially those who something just recently happened, like yesterday or a few weeks, even a few months. But there is a transition process that's happening for you, Aquarius, where you are meant to transition out of a hard time. And you have to listen to your intuition, where it wants to at least start to get familiar with the idea of like, okay, this thing is ended. This is no longer the case. Something is different in my life. Now, where do I go from here? Why is the Death card here in reverse? Tell me more about this resistance for Aquarius. Tell me more about this resistance for Aquarius. It's like, you have to do things in a different way. And for some of you, it's like your pride is hurt because you were thinking about something happening in one way and now it's not happening in that way. And you're going to have to make amends with that 6 of Swords. You're going to have to move away from that idea. And, when you have an idea in your head about how something should be, it is hard for you to then release that idea and let it go. 7 of Swords, you've been running from this for a while. You've been running from making a certain adjustment. You've been running from feeling uncomfortable about thinking about a transition, and you're seeing that there's no way out but through. You have to move through it. And it's like a bittersweet feeling, but it's like you don't want to feel uncomfortable by any means, but you have to. You have to feel it. It's a temporary discomfort. It's very temporary. It's like, you know the type of success you want, you know what you're looking for in your life, but it won't happen if you're running from the pain of leaving something behind, being free. But you're going to feel so much lighter once you come to terms with it. Whatever that is, that baggage, that resistance, you're stuck in one phase. You're stuck in a phase and you're meant to be out of that phase now. Your life is moving to a new phase. And, resisting it for as long as you can is putting off a lot of other things in your life. This procrastination is really holding you back. And it's more like a procrastination of the mind. Like, physically you may be like, okay, I know what I'm doing. But mentally, you're still behind. In some way, you're still in the past. Tell me more. What's the advice for Aquarius here? Yes, sir. That death card. You got to let it die. You have to let something fully die. This is all Scorpio. This eclipse. This eclipse, look to where you have Scorpio in your houses. If you're an Aquarius rising, it's going to be in your 4th house. Aquarius sun. This also happening in your 4th house. Letting go and letting something with your family history, your past, your background, something that was supposed to meet your needs emotionally or did meet your needs emotionally for a very long time, but it's not anymore. It's been dying for a while. Something that was once bringing you comfort, was once making you happy, once felt familiar, even if it was chaos. Something that even was chaos, something that was toxic can still make you comfortable. Some of you don't even realize that you've been so comfortable in the chaos that now you have an opportunity to let the chaos go. And you don't know how. You don't know how to feel calm, stable, accepted. All that chaos, that emotional turbulence, all that, you're so familiar with it. For some of you in your past, those emotionally abusive things, that rejection, because you're so used to it, having something healthy is like, what is that? And it's like, that you have to make a separation with the chaos. You have to make a separation. You have to stop procrastinating, making a separation with all the negativity, the abuse, the addiction. You have to break up with it. You have to have a breakup talk with the negative self-talk. You have to have a breakup with something here. You have to have a breakup with the things that you used to put up with. What else is the advice? That's crazy, that death card, 5 of Cups in reverse. You're already over it, but your mind is still holding on to it. It's all ego. It's all ego at this time, trying to prove a point, trying to prove something to yourself or other people. You got to break up with it. It's time to have a breakup talk. Tell me, what other advice do we have for Aquarius here? Ace of Cups reverse, and pour into you completely. Tell me more. What else does Aquarius need to break up with at this time? Many of you, this is not even always about like a romantic situation. For many of you, it's much deeper than that, because the death card is deep. It's a breakup with your old self. What are you breaking up with? Lover's card, upright. Oop. Anything else? What else is Aquarius breaking up with here? You're breaking up. 3 of Swords just came out again. Separation. Breaking up with the idea of something. You are breaking up with it. You're separating from it. Separating yourself from the idea of what something was supposed to look like in your mind. The idea. Accepting the loss. Allowing the grieving process to fully happen. Some of you have not even grieved something that has died a long time ago. And it's still affecting you. It's blocking your manifestations because you're holding on to it longer than you should have. The grieving should have been over. But many of you are not allowing it to fully penetrate you. And I know it might be easier said than done. But the easiest way to know if you're not allowing yourself to grieve is if you are psychoanalyzing it, if you're trying to make sense of it, you're not feeling the sensations in your body, but you're thinking about like what you're feeling, why you're feeling it, especially why. You're focusing on why, instead of just like letting it wash over you. But you have the Magician card. This shows that manifestations are really gonna start to pour in when you break up with this thing over here. Break up with these ideas, this pain, this past, the mental anguish that you're still holding on to of like what something should have looked like for you, and making peace with it that it does not. It's going to look different. It's going to transform and be something completely brand new for you. It's going to look like what it's supposed to look like for you. Nothing about Aquarian energy is ordinary. Nothing about your Aquarius self is going to be regular. The way that you're not meant to look like everybody else. You're not meant to be like everybody else. You're supposed to set new trends, new ideas, so we can follow you into a new way of being. It's very projector energy, you know. 8 of Cups to the 9 of Cups. You're walking into it. You're not running away from it anymore. 7 of Swords again. This is the potential breakup song. You know that song? You might be too young for that. That was Ali and AJ, potential breakup song. You are breaking up with something. 8 of Cups. You're breaking up with it and you're moving into your own fulfillment. Once and for all. Say bye. After this eclipse, bye. I'm letting it fully die. The idea of it, I'm letting it die. The idea of being with that person, the idea of having this relationship in your life, the idea that you deserve some type of pain, that you did something wrong, what it means if you break up with this, what does that mean about me? Sometimes it doesn't mean anything about you. That's ego. It's not always about you. Okay? It might happen to you, but it doesn't mean it's about you. You get what I'm saying? So Aquarius, it's going to get deep here. It's about to get really deep for y'all. You got to go there. Go there. Get with your Scorpio friends. Find you a nice Scorpio to help you get there. You need to get deeper. It's deeper. It's deeper. It's psychological now. It's not physical anymore. It's in the mind where you need to break up with something. Allow it to leave fully, mentally. Change the way that you've been telling yourself this narrative about the way you think something should be and the way it should go. So that's what we got for you, Aquarius. Thank you for bearing with me with this dropping of the phone. I was about to go crazy and shoot myself, but thank you, Aquarius. Let me know if this reading resonated for you. If this resonated for you, let me know down in the comments down below. I am at Tarot by Bronx on everything.